Kal Lao Yahawashi Yahawashi Bahashem Rakakadash, all praise, honor, and glory go to the Most High Yahweh in the name of his son Yahawashi. I'm coming to you from the book of 2 Timothy 4, and as you see, the title of this selection is Preach the Word. You know, when they wrote the Holy Scriptures, meaning the letters and the epistles, when they were coming out with all these different inspirations from the Most High Yahweh, all these even the verses and everything wasn't in there. So we know when it says preach the word, it's not something that when Paul was writing this, he said, hey, I'm able to preach the word. No, it's not like that. But we know that everything is ordained by the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahawashi. So we kind of understand the prologue for a lot of scriptures and how they relate to what the scripture is talking about. Now I'm just going to go for a little bit, and I'm going to look up some words, and then I'm also going to bring some precepts from another app. And this is 2 Timothy 4:1. It says, I charge thee before Yahweh and the Master Yahawashi Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing at his kingdom. So let's start there. Let's look up that word charge. It's G1263, which is in the Greek diamartumu. And you see that word martyrs in there. Diamartu, artu ruma. I'm sorry. DM artu ramahi. DM artu ramahi. Forgive me. To testify. It says to earnestly, religiously to charge, to attest, testify, to solemnly affirm, to give solemn testimony to confirm a thing by testimony. So you look at that word solemn, because the apostles and elders have taught us to look up things. It says dignified and serious. So we want to be serious about this thing. Being serious not only takes, not having mirth with it, but being serious is basically checking your facts, making sure that you're checking all your resources, not just going with feeling. Because sometimes, we think we're serious come from the emotion that we get from something, but that's not really the definition of seriousness. Seriousness and solemnness is really being firm in what you're saying and not shifting, not going back and forth with it, staying right where you're at, because a lot of us get emotion attached to what we feel, especially in this truth. I mean, there's so many different jakes out there who may have experienced something, and since they experienced something, they won't get off of it. They won't move forward. They stuck in that experience, and they don't allow themselves to move forward and continue just to preach the word. It says, I charge thee therefore, Yahweh and the Master Yahawashi Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at the appearing of his kingdom. So look at the word quick. It's G2198, which is dazal, and it says to live, to breathe. So it's the living, to enjoy real life, to have true life and worthy of the name. You see, active, blessed. Activity is a part of being quick. Which way is more to be active than preaching the word? It goes on and says, the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. You get that word instant, be instant, is G2186, which in the Greek is ephistemi, and it says to place that, place over, to stand by, present, to stand over, place oneself above. Persons coming up suddenly, an angel of the advent of angels, of dreams, of evils coming upon me, to be at hand, be ready at a time. So, you want to stand for this word. You want to place yourself above all these other things going on in the world, and you want to be a messenger. An angel is just a messenger. Goes on and says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust, they shall heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears. And those itchy ears are things that when things come up, you have a firm understanding of who the Father is, who the Son is, the name. You've learned what you learned in this truth, yet the itchy ears is always looking for something brand new. If you look at that word itchy, it's G2833, which is nathal. It says to scratch, tickle, make to itch, desirous of hearing something pleasant. You see? So always wanting to hear something different, new. It says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. And that's the main thing. A lot of us don't want to endure the sufferings that we have to go through this. Some of us just don't want to get off of certain things. Some of us just don't want to give up certain things. Some of us just want to stay in the state that we're in. It says, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of the ministry. And an evangelist is G2099, which is the word euangelistis, and it says, a bringer of good tidings and evangelist, the name given to the anti-heralds of salvation through Mashiach, who are not apostles. So you have an order of things. See, evangelist is not an apostle. Apostles, they were given they were the forerunners. Then you have the evangelists out here preaching the word, bringing the good tidings, bringing the understanding. And some evangelists out here, they get themselves caught up with ways of this world. And the ways of this world and how we present things sometimes get caught up with how you present the gospel. Because the gospel is supposed to just be good news. It's not supposed to be against your brother. It's not supposed to be against promoting your own opinion. It's supposed to just be about this message, whether people like it or not. Because if they don't like it, that means it's just not for them. But if they understand it, that means their ears hear, and that means that most likely Yahawashi HaMashiach is working with them. Now, if you go over to this app over here, it gives you precepts. It says, I charge thee before Yahweh. It goes to 1 Timothy 5:21. It says, I charge thee before Yahweh and the Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach and the elect angels that thou observe these things without preferring one before another, doing nothing by partiality. So the partiality that some people pick up in this truth is their opinions, their own understandings, preferring one thing over another, preferring one group over another. It's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be where, if someone's going off, you correct them and that's it. It's not like you have to spend the rest of your life with a grudge against a group just because they went off one time. No, I appreciate Apostle Tahar because he'll actually say when some of the groups are preaching the word, according to the scripture, but then he also rebukes. So you got to have a firm balance of this. It says, who shall judge the quick and the dead? And that takes you to Acts 10:42, and it says, and he commanded us to preach unto the people and to testify that it is he which was ordained of Yahweh to be the judge of the quick and the dead. So it's not ourselves that are ordained to do these things. We have to let people know that Yahawashi is the one that's going to do all the judging. So we don't do any of the actual rendering of judgment towards people, but we do have to remind people that there is a judge, and he's coming, and he's gonna judge those that are living and those that are dead. It says, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and at his kingdom. It takes you over to 2 Thessalonians 2:8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. And that's what's going on right now. The wicked, meaning Esau, Edom, is being revealed when the Lord Yahawashi HaMashiach shall consume him with the spirit of his mouth and destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that's what we're waiting for, so that everything this kingdom can be brought down, and that righteousness can be established with Yahawashi HaMashiach and the Father. It says, preach the word, be instant in season. It takes you to Mark 14:11. It says, and when they heard it, they They were glad and promised to give him money, and he saw how he might conveniently betray him. So that's going into Judas. When he received the word and he was walking with Yahawashi, but he loved money a little bit more. So it's kind of referencing the temptation that you're going to have in this truth. And we see a lot of Israelite camps, they don't fall well to this temptation because they're now giving into the filthy lucre more and more. It says, out of season, Acts 20:7, it says, and upon the first day of the week, when the disciples came together to break bread, Paul preached unto them, ready to depart on the morrow, and continued his speech until midnight. So it's not about the time or where you're at. It's about just when the opportunity comes, when the Spirit moves you to go out and preach the word, and you got to go out there and help your brethren out. It says, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when we not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust they shall heap to themselves teachers, having itchy ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned into fables. Look at that word fables. 1 Timothy 1:4 says, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies with minister questions, rather than godly edifying, which is the faith so do. So you don't want to be caught up asking all these questions about this and that and this and that. What you need to be doing is going out there, preach the word, edifying others. If you have some sort of knowledge that you attain, it's better to edify than to ask questions and try to trick people into, I guess, in your mind going off. It says, but watch thou all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. And that's the last two I want to get to, endure afflictions. This is 2 Timothy 2:3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach. So you're going to get corrected sometimes, you're going to get rebuked, and you got to be able to take it as a man. You got to be able to stand firm. You got to be able to continue to push on and do the work and preach the word. That's how you're showing that you're moving on. You stop and you get in your feelings and you want to now scoff and mock brothers, and you want to hate your brethren over what you feel like is not right. That's not enduring hardness. That's giving into a feelings. That's like a female. Go over to it says, make full proof of thy ministry. It goes over to Slakia. It says the word fulfill. It says, for as much as many have taken in hand to set forth in order the declaration of those things which are most surely believed among us. So Luke is going into his beginning. He says that even as they delivered them unto us, which from the beginning were eyewitnesses and ministers of the word, it seemed good to me also, having perfect understanding of all things from the very first, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus. So Luke was saying how he had the perfect understanding because he picked it up from the other apostles and the elders before him that taught it, and that's the gospel. So we're hoping, that everyone can understand this, but mainly we're just focused on the elect. So the elect brothers and the elect sisters out there that understand this, they will get it. They will continue to preach the word, meaning the brothers. The women will continue to obey their husbands. And with that, we just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to all the apostles, elders, teachers, preachers, priests, bishops that came before me to